Welcome back, Light and Love crew. Today, let's invite the angels of light and love to direct and protect these messages, my chakras, my auras, my space, and that of my families. So, I invite the usual inner circle crew to this divination process. We are going to use the Navigator's Tarot of the Mystic Sea. I don't know when's the last time I used this one, but I've been doing some cleaning to the point where, like, my hands are just, like, they look like, they have sandpaper, like, vibes to it. Yeah, definitely. Not like they do. It's like the fine-grained sandpaper. Anyway, it says a lot. It's temporary. Also, you can only imagine the bottoms of my feet. So my pumice is going to be working so very hard. Anyway, TMI for the day. It is officially Sunday, and I'd like to go ahead and thank my crew for helping out on all of these vital dates that naturally would incur, a certain degree of stress. Hi. So I just want to get a vibe reading right now before I commence the rest of my day. Verification art. That's interesting. Now, this is like Kabbalah based, or but so I'm not exactly sure what this would pertain to. I would think this is like the Fool card. Yeah, there's no cliff here, but it's like the anvil strikes again. Coyote, was it Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner? So instead of the cliff presented here, we see danger like the sky is falling, but it's, even if it is, it's not falling on us, whatever it is. We are also seeing other journeymen, as you can tell, They have the advantage of a horse. We have the advantage of our personal tool. So this is a magician in transit, okay? Destination unknown. And, yes, we also have the advantage of clear aim because we were supplied with arrows. Now, the divine never gives us resources that are not meant for us to use. So, what did we want to say about that? Yeah, and that's why we have the arrows and they don't. Okay, what else do we need to know about this? So instead of the dog, we have the mystic cat. It's, what is it, like a sherbet cat? Like a tabby cat, right? There's different, meanings to different cats. So black cats, I think they absorb negativity, or they clear negativity. So they're like walking black tourmalines. And white purity. And I think the tabby cats they bring joy or happiness. I don't know. I'm gonna have to meow. Yeah. So yeah, I'd like to thank my love and light crew for pitching in. And however, like, the way you guys do this is like so insane to me. Even if you don't think that you practice magic, it's like the frequencies that I receive on these dates that like would normally cause a huge amount of anxiety. It's like I can keep my cool and I know how to navigate, and it doesn't, like, I don't have the rose-colored glasses, so I can see actually how other people respond, like, so I can exercise discernment on a way that's like I'm kind of stress-free. Like, I can see people for who they are, but it doesn't change on how I navigate. I might fine-tune the course that I take. I pick my battles, but it's just the frequency is, more at ease, even if it's methodical. So anyway, blah blah. Just wanted to say thank you. All right, so very colorful. Oh, and you know what? Like, we're minding our own business here. Like, the feather here, okay, like, the sword of truth is like, we have the Midas touch. So the things that we put our focus on, okay, it illuminates with wisdom. And we're minding our own business, what we're doing here. But these people who have the advantage of another vehicle where they get to, what do you call it, reserve their energy, while they have that advantage, they're still like looking over at us. So although things may be very, I don't want to say consuming, but like it's been so busy, I have not been able to log anything really down. So I have to do like a backtrack when I get some downtime. But, you know, like everything that we do recall, it's like we're able to do so on the right time. You know, it's like they say you never need to really watch a movie more than once, you know, in order for you to retain it. Even though, like, when you go to a meeting, there's only a limited amount of takeaways, you can say that for, like, each and every interaction. But on a cellular level, your energetic level, you're retaining that information and you recall it. And, you know, that's how you build, like, familiarity and your comfort level. So, okay. What else do you want to say about this, angels? Spirit, what do you want to say? Okay, so this is our focus, like a vibe check. We're looking at the Fool's Journey as a piece of art, a work of art. Our navigation skills as, you know, like our pen in hand. So what opened up? Queen of Cups opened up to inversion or suspension. Okay, so, you know, this is a very, what do you call it? Introspective view here. I didn't even know what to expect here. But Queen of Cups, very intuitive, fair. Okay, so we have fascination that opened up to inversion, so the Hanged Man. Okay. So we're looking at things objectively, but also like immersed within the collective, like our personal understanding, our personal takeaways of what we get out of life, and then also doing like a comparative analysis, you know, like not with such heavy words like with how everybody else sees it. Like we're seeing the Venn diagram, the similarities. Okay. So when we're moving forward on new journeys, you know, they can be really I don't know, confusing, anxiety driven. Like I don't know what the world has in store for me, but I know that it's like the more I proceed ahead, I see results, and regardless if anybody else sees them, that's besides the point. But I'm able to, and you know, I think others, when they go through that, walk their personal, you know, mile, they're able to see like it's really not that scary. It's actually exciting the more you're able to take the reins and, like, you know, maneuver through without the fear. And so that's what we're looking at here. That knowing that there's a lack of familiarity with what's ahead, but as we move forward, you know, we're picking up those pieces. And even though it feels like the universe may be breadcrumbing us, especially through external eyes, we're able to piece it together. You know, we're the ones collecting the items. We're the ones that are very involved and invested in our journey. So, like, if you think about it, like, in, like, 3D terms, like, if the universe is dropping, like, $100 bills, and that's their idea of, like, breadcrumbing, it's like, you know, if people just were able to contextualize it in that manner, there's a lot of blessings in there. We're the ones picking it up. And fascination inversion, yeah. So there's like a lot of I don't know. I'm looking forward to what's ahead, and you know, there is a lot of internal. Oh, this cat's got to bounce. All right. You're funny, but. You know, like, as we move forward, it's like, well, it's a very personal journey. You know what I mean? Like, there's no other need to rationalize it. You know, your takeaway is your takeaway. And that's what Spirit is reminding us of today. Or whenever you receive this. That when you're beginning anew, it's just like, okay, you're dropped into a classroom and you're getting reoriented, and there's a curriculum for everyone to have, you know, as a takeaway. So, like, you know, this is trying to be easy on yourself by knowing that part of your takeaway is experience alone. You know, the essence of gratitude in being and doing, like not getting so wrapped up in that dream state of Seven of Cups or rumination, like the, you know, like the suspension of like the being like having this otherworldliness to you. So it goes within its different polarities that you know, that causes stagnancy. So it's not just experience of being, but also doing. Okay, so they wanted this one. It is Magian. Oh, it's the magician. Excellent encapsulation. Yeah, so being very involved in your journey, knowing that you hold the tools, knowing that you will be supplied, excuse me, I almost said surprised, but they also said, you know, surprised, because we go 0 to 1, which is basically 0 to 60 when it comes to the divine. That first step is the biggest one. Let's say if, because a lot of the work that I do is based off of the inner child and independent thinking, connection with the divine, and also battling addictions within different frequencies. So knowing that first step is the admittance that there is a problem is the first step to, you know, identifying. It's just like marketing, you know, it's the first step to, like, honing in on what the approach will be. First, you need to identify the problem, identify the need. And so when you go from 0 to 1, it's like 0 to 60, except like magnified within that first step. Okay. So not to judge yourself, regardless of like how many people judge you, how hard they judge you. It's like, that's, you know, that's them, not you. And a lot of the times when we're immersed in so many forms of drama presented with that, you know, those are just karmic influences to accelerate our process, to say like, here's a piece of evidence, here's another piece of evidence, etc. So it's just like a lawyer, an attorney coming in with their court case, and you have like multiple points of proof. These are it's hard evidence in spiritual courts, even when you're looking at the intangible things that are normally looked at as speculation, because, like, you know, a human, regardless of what role they're put in, let's say, you know, in court, like, they know the rules, okay, and they know that rules are somehow bent, or, you know, like there's ways that you can skirt around things, but like a human being knows through their own experience what is bullshit and what is not. And when you have that hanged man view, okay, it's meant to be unbiased. It's looking at your otherworldliness as well as that of others. It's kind of finding forgiveness. It's kind of humbling yourself, but also in that suspended view. So that, like, when you're, like, the physicality of it, like, letting the blood rush to your head, it's more like, okay, I'm doing this in a passive, peaceful state of observation. Whereas if I'm reactive and emotional towards, like, what I see in the world, like, the blood rushing to the head is more like anger. That would, you know. So we're looking at these things, and, you know, thank you very much to my divine team, because that is definitely a divine download to, I guess, dine on. Okay. What song is it? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow my horn? Okay, Four of Pentacles, authority is pronounced. So that's what they're saying. That, you know, like when you take the hangman approach, it's basically, I've talked about this before. We've talked about this before, which is it's like the hermit out in the daylight. It's trying to gain that sense of awakening and enlightenment, but being out there still. So this is not really like implying like introversion versus extroversion. This is more like all of us, you know, regardless of what our character, how do I say it, personality traits are, it's character building. Okay. Anything else? We're just trying to make this really quick because I have to like get ready and go. There's just a lot of stuff to, a lot of progress though. So, okay, top of the deck, we'll just get that. Economy, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so that's doubled up. This is working on our, see, it's like distributed. You know, this is equity. This is looking at masculine and feminine. I was just changing the locks, and I noticed that like I always thought these certain things were like male things that males were supposed to do, that they, you know, you depend on them. I don't know, that's just how I grew up. So I always thought in my mind, like that's why I've been putting it off for several days, like it seemed like to be so complicated, but all it is when you change the locks is like you're working with like screws and like metal Legos. That's it. It's you don't even really, it's like intuitively like done. It's just like, it's so easy. And so I, you know, that you know, looking at this distribution of power and our understanding of responsibilities, whether or not we're in a formal relationship, even when we're looking at the workforce, like I was looking at, okay, for how long I've been dedicated to one company, it was like 8 years, then another company 4 years, then another company, you know, X amount of years. I started noticing like that they like did not, no matter how much like harder I worked, no matter how much I took on, no matter how many people I spoke to, like worked within like the ethics of the hierarchy and really believed in it, like I never really like moved when it came, like I was never recognized within roles, or like what I got like $1 increase, you know, like it was insane. It was absolutely insane to me for how much work I put in, like stellar. And so, you know, if you look at other people like that I've worked with, that if they denied that, they would be lying through their teeth. They would just be protecting their own network of systems or whatever. Or they're just, you know, they were just way too selfish back then, and they were involved with their own, you know, scheme to move up, and they were also drowned with work too, and they, you know, were also experiencing the same. So, but I know for a fact, like if you isolated previous employers, they would know, like the people that I directly reported to, and people within their stature, they know. They even remember it to this day. And so, you know, and then when I was cleaning, I looked at, you know, my exes, and I see how much he cut corners and how much like he played people, etc., and how he used my methodologies in order to, you know, heighten himself up there, like as a manipulative tool. And, you know, like we all grow within, like we're all recognized within different realms. And in the spiritual realm, like I can chest bump whoever it is. I can chest bump Goddess Kali. I can chest bump, you know, I can do quite a bit. They know that I'm trustworthy, and they're not gonna, you know, they have no ambitions to like lie or whatever. Even the devil knows my power. But the angels, precious. They're so wonderful. They're letting me take the driver's wheel this time, the driver's seat. So that's why I don't like, they're kind of, I don't know how to describe it. They're present, but they don't have to really say much. Like it's autonomy now, where they can execute what they need to execute, and that's why people are saying that I'm so highly protected more, because I can be more independent. So anyway, why did we get to that point? Oh yes, so I saw like 4 or 5 title changes in his realm, and I realized like how shitty like society is with it. Like just because you're male, or just because you have blue eyes, or just because like I don't really know. I just don't understand like how that all equated, because I know we're not supposed to be comparing ourselves, but when we look at, like, I'm not to say like I'm better than anybody, but I'm saying like I was way more invested, and I was a huge contributor to a lot of growth within each company, and if not growth, a supportive role. Like I magnified it in a way of protecting them, and in order for them to prosper. People need their asses covered when they, pull bullshit, or they have a lot of crossovers and turnover. They need someone to create links, and it's part of the love language, basically, when it comes to the business world. So anyway, bottom of the deck. Oh no, that's the top of the deck. Distribution of power. Oh my gosh, I thought it was 4 and 4, but the person with the telescope thing, or what do you call it? Eye scope. I don't know. Has 5 of Pentacles, and the other has 3. Okay. So there's a lot to say about this, but the top header part of it is economy. And it's about building something out of basically nothing. And we're all growing here. So that's basically like knowing that there's like this, not hypothetical, but this like conceptual like eggshell that we're constantly breaking out of, upon like working on our mastery, our skill set. Bottom of the deck is destruction, 5 of Swords. So it's like, working on like mindset to make the most out of it, versus what's at the bottom of the deck, the secret sauce, which is what most succumb to, and that is ego, destruction. I mean, that's a lot of what happens in the business world, the 1-up, the infamous, notorious 1-up card. It's either you or me. There's only so many funds available, and when you look at that, it's like, that's what you see even in the spiritual community. It's like, oh, well, there's only so many blessings. No, everything is customized accordingly. So, it's hate. That lack mindset is just a distraction. It's just another, So anyway, middle of the deck, what do you want to say? Dissipation, 5 of Cups. So we have master number 55 here. 5 of Cups. It's being able to say goodbye to something, or like you don't want to get caught up like in other people's traps. This is like a community that's on that boat, steering that boat, but like we were forced to walk the plank, and now we're like treated like pollution. We're just like caught in the net of the take. So it's having to say goodbye to that, whether we have to walk the plank or decide to like use it as a jumping board, like a diving board outside. We also have to be aware of those energetic cords that get us trapped in there, simply because that take reaches so far. And we're looking at the macrocosm on that level, okay? So Well, that's what Spirit is saying. So let me get banana grams. What do you want to say? L under is in reversal on my legs. So this is like playing Hangman, the stick version. You have to build like the post first, and again we're looking at that state of objective viewing. So we have NARAVNREBTROIICE. So we have return on investment, ROI. We have ICE, which is like some people are called. We see lava, larvae, so cocoon status, which is also the growth status that you naturally benefit from within the Hangman point of view. We see bent, rant, nerve, being in touch with our feelings. Okay, that's important. Because the more we familiarize, we're able to find equilibrium. Oh, I see nirvana. Okay. First time I got nirvana. Yeah, finding that peace, nirvana. Blissful peace. And we can still just put in nerve. Arm. Oh, I can't. Okay, we'll keep nirvana. Okay. I see Bryce. Brianna, Anna, rice. Take things with a grain of rice or salt, but like rice, as abundance. Brent, Trev, incline. Revel, bevel, bravo, Creole. Oh, some of you might be Creole. Very beautiful, in my opinion. I see tribe. I see veil. I see core. I see corn. Corn is a main staple for like many indigenous, or even like farmers, your normal farmers. And there's two areas to put in corn. So it's about sustenance. Let me see if there's any other place I can put these things. Actually, I could probably... We have a tribe beyond the veil, by the way, because that's what I share the eye there. Okay, we have a core tribe that brings us peace. That's what it's saying here. So the more that we go to hangman mode for points of resolution, that ultimately the dark night of the soul doesn't have to be done in the darkness, that it can be done in light, that we're also impacting our tribe. Like our frequencies are that magnified, and there's no reason why we should not, resource our tools, or even our stance or our approach to our woes or troubles, or just certain challenges, let's say, on these new journeys, in a different way, untraditionally. So that's it. Let me go ahead and show it to you, and then we're done for the day. So there's that. Okay. So thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for joining. I appreciate all of you for, all of your help. And, thank you to my supporters and my sponsors. I do appreciate it. So, now that this reading is officially over, upon closure of these portals that have been opened, I send back all of the energies with light and love, especially their karma, to bring them peace within their learning process. And may they adhere to those lessons learned for the practicality of integration and follow through. All right, that's it for now. Have a good day.